Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood WoW streamer and grown-ass man, Will Be Live, and I'm about to watch two other grown-ass men argue over World of Warcraft. Let's get right into it. As you can see, here I am, on top of Sodapoppin, where I was always meant to be. If you don't know who Soda is, he's one of the mainstays of the WoW category on Twitch, and has been for some time now. He's also guild leader for the hardcore classic World of Warcraft guild, Only Fangs with a G. That's G for glad I'm not selling pictures of my feet online. He's about to chat to Summit 1G, who is a man who wears snapbacks unironically, and not because he is bald, like my good self. Summit is expressing disdain for the way that an instance of cheating was dealt with within the guild. So to give you guys context, a streamer called Sequisha, who is this guy, a man who looks like you took Magnum PI and Harry Potter and just, you know, was caught using the auction house, which if I understand correctly was prohibited by OnlyFans upon its inception. Obviously from the outside looking in, this seems like a very minor infraction, but I do understand Soda's perspective. He wants to lay down the law and make an example of Sequisha so that nothing like this happens again going forward. There can be no room for compromise when it comes to hardcore World of Warcraft. So let's dive into the video, see what's going on here.
That's why when Zero G jumped in, everybody hesitated too, because nobody wants to jump in there and lose their 60 hours. That's what it's about.
So as you can see here, Soda is listening in on Summit, ranting at his chat effectively about Zeroji, who is the perpetrator in this instance. Essentially, what happened was, Sequisha was given a chance to live by fighting for his life in the Gurabashi arena, which is essentially WoW's version of a gladiatorial arena somewhere in Stranglethorn Vale. While Sequisha is fighting tooth and nail to 1. Regain his honour, and 2. To retain the life of his character, Zeroji, who is a level 60 character, jumps into the Gurabashi arena and kind of one-shots Sequisha, killing him dead. Summit then takes umbrage with the fact that a much higher level character has killed a much lower level character, and therefore the time that Sequisha has invested into this character is rendered null and void. We shall continue.
That's why Zero G jumped down there, killed this guy in 2 hits, and then ran away.
Sure. Join the call, Summit. I be calling you, man.
By the way, if you're wondering why Soda is speaking in a Jamaican patois, it's because he is role-playing as a troll, his character race. Trolls have a kind of Caribbean heritage. They're island people within the World of Warcraft lore.
Everything gonna be airy.
Just thought I'd clarify that.
Answer the call, dog. Hey, man.
Yo.
Listen.
Hello?
I'm hearing you on your stream and you're real upset. And
I am.
I get it, and I want you to talk just bluntly. Let's just clear the air, and let's go ahead and tell me how you feel, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. But floor is yours.
Okay. Tell you while you're wrong is kind of wild, which I respect. But at the same time, you can see that Soda's taking an offensive stance here. It's not like he's willing to hear Summit's opinion and then alter his own based on that.
I think that you WoW players take a lot of the hours for granted because you guys can get there so easily, but for the casual players...
Sorry for stopping again, I just want to call this out. The fact that he's calling out you WoW players is already segregating OnlyFans, which in itself is really divisive behaviour. I've just realised it's going to become increasingly apparent whose side I am on during this video.
Which you said the guild is supposed to be all about. 60 hours is a lot, brother. And to just like, I understand that you giving him a way out of that with the arena is all fine and dandy, and I don't disagree with that. But I do disagree with letting the sweatiest guy in the server jump into the arena and kill that guy in 2 shots rather than giving him at least a fair shake. Which a fair shake in the arena is what? 20 people jumping in if they want to, but at least at a normal level, brother.
Hold up then. Hold up, just one sec. That doesn't make sense. A fair shake is not 20 versus 1. That's not a fair shake. That is guaranteed permadeath. Regardless, 20 people of the same level are still going to kill you as fast as 1 person of the max level. There's no counterpoint there, there's no counter argument. They both achieve the same outcome, right? It strikes me that Summit just wants to make a pariah of Zeroji for some obscure reason. I don't know if the context is kind of given within this video, or if he has an ulterior motive for calling out Zeroji like this, which I think Soda picks up on a little later.
Okay. So
Zero G jumping in and making it about him, I don't like that shit. So
all right.
is it...
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, just to preface, this is my first time doing a React video, so I know I'm stopping quite a lot. I'm going to cut a lot out because really you can condense this video to about 2 minutes of content. If you watch the original video in its entirety, there's a lot of reiteration going on. They're just retreading the same ground over and over again. The reason I'm stopping here is because Summit is saying that Zeroji, who he calls Zero G, I'm not sure which is the correct pronunciation, is making it about himself, which is exactly what Summit is doing within this instance, right? I don't know if he's struck by that irony, but Summit is essentially a spectator in all of this. He's not involved immediately, so it doesn't quite make sense to me for him to take offense on Sequisha's behalf.
Zeroji and the trolls, it's good content, it's good lore. Yeah, he lost his character.
You said you weren't going to make content out of cheating.
Yeah, and me and Zara, you talked about it. From now on, we're not going to do it. But in this case, we did.
I disagree with this. Make content out of everything, right? That's the whole point of the game. It's the whole point of the guild. Like, I would be squeezing this like a lemon until it was dry. Okay, let's take a step back and have a look at the context of the original clip, just so you guys can have some context of what's going on here, because I think it's important to point something out.
Undead, bring honor to undead. Go!
As you can see here, this is a death sentence. First of all, it's 3 versus 1. Like, Sequisha's not getting out of this alive. That's not meant to be what happens. Also, the second thing to point out is that this is obviously not serious. I can't quite speak from Sequisha's perspective, but the way people are reacting, there's like 30 grown-ass people here speaking in Jamaican accents, role-playing trolls. This is a light-hearted situation. It's not something to get pissed off about, especially if you're not directly involved. Like, it's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. Okay, that's the moment where Sequisha dies. You can't really see because the video's a little bit pixelated, but that's Zeroji's pet, who is a hunter, obviously, who takes down Sequisha, or deals the killing blow, at least. Bear in mind, there's also like a handful of other people in the arena attacking Sequisha simultaneously. It's not like this was Tigris versus Maximus in Gladiator, and this was a duel to the death. And Sequisha is somehow going to overcome overwhelming odds in order to reign victorious and leave the arena alive. Not gonna happen. It doesn't happen. So for this guy to sit with this face on, as if he's been completely hard done by this turn of events, it's insane. But it's top tier content. I really enjoy it. It just struck me as I was recording this and drawing parallels to Gladiator. Is it not incredible that 2,000 years ago, humans were sitting in a Colosseum watching gladiators duel to the death, and that was the pinnacle of entertainment, and then cut to the present, and this is what we're watching.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This is the equivalent, right? Surely. Anyway, let's press on with the video.
Funny.
Yeah, well, I just listened, and I thought it was good until Zeroji.
Well,
until Zeroji.
he also had a.
So I don't have to like the guy. That's all I'm saying. Fuck that guy.
Okay. This is just silly, isn't it? Like, deciding you don't like someone based on the fact that they participated or dealt the killing blow in a video game execution just seems a little bit petty, from my perspective. I mean, I don't claim to be the adjudicator here or the voice of reason by any means, but personally this feels just a bit out of pocket. Just slightly blown out of proportion. Slightly. Let's continue.
Why are you centering out Zeroji when the entire race wanted to do it?
What do you mean?
Should he be like,
it's not about the entire race wanting to do it. It's about not having the highest level in the server, putting in stupid hours and efficiency to get there on an easy class, right? To do it as fast as possible, jumping in there and killing the guy. That's what I have a problem with.
Well, he wasn't even a mage, but I mean, I see your point that a 60 versus a 30
before
is
this
unfair.
whole AoE mage thing, what was the fastest shit? The speedrunner was running a hunter and he was doing quests, right?
No, the mage catches up once he gains AoE. No,
I kind of see Summit's point. I mean, the level disparity is the sticking point, right? That's the point of contention. But all of this extra superfluous stuff that he's talking about in terms of, oh, he took the easy route to get to level 60 and, oh, why should he be given credit for this? That's not even in the conversation. I don't understand.
No.
Well, it's got to be in the same ballpark, bro.
That doesn't.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that
What are you
doesn't-
saying?
That doesn't
What are
even
you
matter.
saying? That Sequis should have leveled faster and he
No,
didn't do
he
it
shouldn't have
efficient?
cheated.
Bro,
And it sucks that he
I get
died,
that.
but hey,
I
that's
get
how it
that. I
played
just
out.
don't think taking 60 hours from somebody just so the level 60 on the server can go in there and two-tap him, brother. It was cool until that point. He was fighting guys that were over his level. There was people trying to protect him. The fights made sense. It was actually kind of sick. Then the dipshit jumps in and two shots him, and it's just like, bro, what?
Could it have
Like,
been
you're
better?
the sweatiest guy on the server. This is supposed to be casual.
It's definitely something to do with Zeroji. He doesn't like Zeroji for being sweaty. And Summit is by all means a sweaty gamer. I mean, he streams for a living. He plays video games every single day. Maybe not to the extent of never taking bathroom breaks or shitting in a potty or feeding yourself through a tube so that you can play WoW incessantly. But he's still up there. He is not by any means a casual gamer. I mean, let's be real for a second, guys. All of us are nerds here. Let's not create a hierarchy of nerds where we make a pariah of the guy at the top because we can't quite reach that high and our egos are slightly bruised. We should be propping each other up, not tearing each other down. Hashtag politics.
Could it have been better content? Absolutely. Did it play out that way? No, it didn't. But who cares?
Because Zeroji, okay, dude, listen, do I have to like everybody in the guild or not, brother?
So would you rather Zeroji say, like, just go out of it? No, I don't want to, like, he was almost being commanded to go in for the trolls.
He doesn't have to do shit. I don't have to like the guy, though, for his decision that he makes, do I?
Is there, like, other reason why you don't like Zeroji out of this? This is crazy to me.
No, I don't even know him. This is the first time I've ever heard of him. I don't like him for the action that was just done in front of me.
I feel like I'd be retreading old ground if I labour this point. Obviously, Soda has just kind of reiterated what I've gone over. So Summit has just clarified that he doesn't in fact know Zeroji from prior to World of Warcraft or this event. He's basing his dislike for Zeroji entirely upon this turn of events. Without Zeroji being there to defend himself, I highly doubt that he's spoken to Zeroji, considering the fact that he doesn't know him. It seems unfair that Zeroji is not involved in this conversation at all. I would really like to hear from his perspective what he thinks of everything, and from Sequitius for that matter. You know how if you find yourself on Facebook these days and it's just an echo chamber of slightly senile elderly relatives echoing all of the injustices of the world and discussing politics and how it directly affects them, but it never quite does. That's what I'm reminded of when I look at this situation and Summit and how he's presenting himself here. And I find it difficult because I can't fully empathise. I wish I could, but it doesn't make sense to me. If you guys have any other opinions, please clarify below, because I can't understand this outlook on things. I'm finding it difficult.
I'm allowed to have an opinion, and I don't have to like everybody.
I mean, you're right. You
I
do
feel
not
like
have to
that's
like
fair.
everybody. However, I just am
I don't know him.
That's the perfect sentence, isn't it? I feel like that's the perfect slogan for all indiscriminate dislike or hatred that you find online. The amount of contradiction in that sentence is incredible. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I don't have to like everyone. I feel like that's fair. I don't know him. I want that as a bumper sticker that I can put on the back of my car. I don't even drive, and I want that sticker.
But
I'm surprised, like, you
So-
would so easily rip 60 hours from somebody.
so
and
should
I
I have
get
just,
over cheating,
should I
but
have
over the
should I have kicked him from the guild and moved on and that was it?
No, of course not. I liked your punishment. Should you have coerced the highest level in the server to jump in and kill him? No.
Motherfucker,
What?
everyone
This
else
is supposed to be a casual thing, is it not? You said at the beginning, it's not supposed to be sweaty. It's supposed to be fun. And you let the sweatiest guy jump in that bitch. In fact, you encouraged him to.
I kind of feel like Summit makes a fair point here. I mean, he is entitled to his own opinion. I by no means would try and take that from him. And I suppose he is allowed to have a sour taste in his mouth concerning these events. But the thing is, to kind of build on that analogy, the sour taste is left by something that he hasn't ingested. I mean, he could very easily just spit this out and continue on with his day. It seems like such a trivial thing to pick up on, especially when you're not directly involved, which I feel like I've said multiple times.
6.5 hours later.
All right.
And then, like,
You do your
yeah.
thing. We'll please just stop causing shit because right now I see your opinion. I disagree with everything you're saying. And I
And
don't
listen, I
understand and
disagree with everything you've said.
you clearly don't see where I am on this. So we'll do this off
You're
stream.
thinking so far with RP up your ass.
Okay. It's kind of weird. This is very foreign to me to see Soda acting as the mature party in this discussion. But seeing him being level-headed is kind of refreshing. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, I persevered till minute 13. Between the last clip and this one, things didn't get any better. So I'll kind of leave it there for you guys to decide what your own opinion on the matter is. Please let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinions. From the outside looking in, this is so fascinating to me. Also, let's start a campaign to get Will into OnlyFans. That would be nice. Because this kind of feels like I'm watching the big boys play football outside through my living room window. Just waiting for them to invite me out. I used to be quite good at football, and now I'm fat and play World of Warcraft. But still happy. Just before I go, hopefully it goes without saying that a lot of this is satirical. I have no personal gripes with either of these streamers. In fact, I respect both of them enormously. So my best wishes to them. I hope they resolve whatever drama they may have. And I'm looking forward to seeing how all of it plays out. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. Bye now. Goodbye.